So the next abiotic stressor for plants is soil minerals. Most importantly, the soil mineral which are there present in the soil are sodium, or in the plant also there are ions such as sodium chloride, and also some other ions which can be toxic to them, such as arsenic and cadmium, and uh, ions which are required in very less quantities, that are calcium, magnesium, nitrogen, phosphorus, etc. So what do you mean when we talk about the term salinity? What do you mean by that? So the salinity is because of the sodium and sodium chloride and the other ions uh, combined, the term salinity is referred referred to. So because there is a salinity stress, what happens during salinity stress is non-specific osmotic stress, as the same way in the se- the body cells, body the cells of the human body require sodium, potassium, chloride to function, their cell membranes to function. The same way these ions are required by plant cells and plant membranes to function, to carry out the uh, enzyme activities, etc., to carry out the messages from one end of the plant to the other end of the plant. So there is and these all are very important, very dependent on the all the ions are very dependent on the osmotic mm, osmosis. So all these ions mainly work with the help of osmosis, or also they can be traveled they can be shuttled by some carriers, the proteins, protein pumps, and the ion channels, etc., can be helping them in helping in their transport. So if there is a non-specific osmotic stress because of the cell difference in saline, so that is going to disrupt the nutrient content and also result in cytotoxicity, hence leading the cytotoxicity will 90% lead to cell death totally. So there are a lot of plants which can still grow in high saline. So these plants are high saline content, so these plants are genetically adopted for them, hence they can grow in the high saline content. So these plants are specifically called haplophyte. These plants are called halophytes. So halo here means refers to the salt, and hence they are salt loving, they can even grow in high salt contents, hence the name is halophyte. While the plants which cannot grow in high salt content, these are salt tolerant plants, so they are named as glyophytes. So please remember these both terms. These terms can be asked in viva, etc. So let us see ahead why this salt saline stress occurs to the plants. So firstly, how uh, how saline stress can occur due to the natural environment. So this can be because of the ocean water mixing with the fresh water, etc., or seepage of the marine deposits in the in the soil, etc., then evaporation or removal of the pure water from soil. There can be some water droplets from the oceans. They are traveling to the agricultural land, and then the water is evaporated, only leaving the salt in the soil. And why can how can the no, human activities change the soil salinity? It is by the improper waste water management activities, then because of the irrigation of water containing lot of minerals, salts, etc. So in those places only halophytes can grow, So glycophytes cannot be given irrigated water, the water which is obtained from ocean, or where the content of the ions in the water would be very high. So glyophytes cannot be irrigated by the those type of water. So sodium, high levels of sodium, high levels of Mg, SO4, etc. are going to degrade the soil structure and injure the plant, change the water permeability, decrease the soil porosity. So porosity of the soil is very important. It it is the amount of water the soil can hold. So that is very important to understand whether you can grow, or what would be the, will the soil yield a lot of uh, yield of the soil would be a lot, or the yield would be less. So that is very important because of that. And water salt, because of the high salt content exit, what happens is, water in the plant is deficient, water in the plant is not enough for the plant to survive. It changes the plant growth and metabolism of the plant. So high systolic, cytosolic Na chloride, Na plus Cl minus destabilizes the membranes and denatures the proteins. So let's see how. uh, so the cytotoxic, how does this cytotoxic accumulation of sodium occurs is, the normal content of sodium and potassium in the in the cells, cytosol of the plant cells is 10 millimolar of the sodium plus, and sodium ion, and 100 millimolar of potassium ion. But when the environment is changed, the environment becomes saline. So the content of sodium increases tenfold, that is, it will go up to 100 millimolar, and the ion will become cytotoxic. High, so they are going to denature proteins, membrane destabilization, and membrane destabilization, etc., would be occurring at high concentrations of sodium. The transport protein, which has which has high affinity for potassium, is its its functioning is changed. In that particular transport protein, the sodium uh, goes and displaces calcium in the cell wall. So calcium, because of this replacement, sodium influx occurs, a lot of sodium goes in the cells. And again, when so this is going to stop the function of the carrier pro carrier protein. So sodium in itself is not allowing, because of the higher content of the sodium, it is itself not allowing its efflux out of the cell, hence leading to block of its detoxification. So rest of the stress we are going to see one by one in the upcoming videos.